I'm going.
I
don't know why you always look at me when you're the one that has to start it.
Okay. And welcome to another episode of the Empower You Financial podcast. I am your host, Eva Palacios.
I'm the co-host, Damien, but why'd you say and welcome? Like, what's the and? As if there was something before it.
Oh, shoot. Okay, start
No.
over.
We're already going. They're listening. I'm just wondering why we did the and.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm the co-host, Damien McGee. Let's do it. All right. So, usually I start off with my excitement of still being employed here.
Oh my gosh.
But HR called me and said I am no longer allowed to mention that I might be fired. So this is officially
contract.
my last time mentioning how excited I am that I haven't been fired yet. Fair enough?
Fair.
No more. Maybe
Yes.
like every 10 or 15 episodes.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, all right. So today we're gonna be quick for all the listeners. Not quick, but we just want to talk about, you have an event coming up this week. And
Yes.
Instead of doing any other topic, I think we should just tell people about the event.
Yes.
Give people an opportunity to still buy a ticket if they want to come.
Absolutely.
So yeah, let's just kick into that. Like, what is it? What do we got?
And it's because there's so many people in my DMs like asking me all these questions, and I'm like, aren't you following my social media? Like, don't you see like all the special guests and what we're talking about and all that stuff? And no, I guess people don't live on social media like I do.
I used to say, well, that is 100% true. And then I used to say, well, people don't read, but they were in social media. And so it's like, people don't even listen.
I know.
Like I don't know, whatever. Anyway,
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah. So for the people, the Financial Freedom Tour.
March 25th.
Yep. Stockton, California. Downtown, University Plaza, Waterfront Hotel for all of my Stocktonians. Everybody's like, yo, yes, that's a word. Don't look at me crazy. Don't look at me crazy.
Stocktonians?
Yes, the Stocktonians.
I would like a shirt for one of our episodes that says, I represent the Stocktonians. And I want to wear it.
Because you got to live here.
No, I don't want to live here. I just want to represent them. I'm good. My visits are enough.
Anyways.
Sorry. Stocktonians we were talking about?
Yes. They're like, yo, Eva, like that's a dope spot. And
it is a nice spot.
The vibe.
Yes,
the
it is
vibe.
a very nice location.
I walked it the other day to, make sure room setup is good.
Mm-hmm.
Let the event coordinator like give her our vision and all of that good stuff. So I'm excited. I am so excited. The vibe is it for sure. But man, just the content, the stuff that we're going to be talking about, and it's crazy because, still, people are like, oh, I need to get an appointment. And I'm like, do you know if you come to my conference,
you're going to get the whole appointment.
You're going to get the whole appointment and some. Yeah. But most importantly, now, by the time this episode drops, I'm pretty sure VIP is already sold out.
Right.
But people who purchase the VIP, they're going to get front row seating. Mm-hmm. They're going to get a swag bag. Mm-hmm. They're going to get lunch. Mm-hmm. During that lunch, it's private Q&A.
Right.
Not to mention, that comes with an hour credit consultation. Nice. So you can legit be at the whole event, which doors open at 8. Okay. Event starts at 9. Okay. We wrap it up and close it up 4:30. So yes, it's an all-day event. Right. But man, time is going to go by and you're going to be like, holy smokes. I learned so much. Now let's execute.
Absolutely.
And that was the purpose of it, right? Okay. The purpose of it is to walk people through a financial journey, right? Like,
now, when you say financial journey, do you mean, be a little more specific? Do you mean, hey, I'm broke, I should come to this thing because I don't know what to do? Or is this, hey, I've taken care of my money, I just don't know what to do with my credit yet?
Yes.
Or is this, I have some credit cards, I just don't know if I'm doing it right?
Yes.
Or is this, I've been doing the credit right, now I want to make some other investments?
Yes.
All that.
All of it.
I'm pretty proud of myself. I just hit them all. Okay.
I know. Like, we need to practice.
But I know, right? I know. But any of those people, people at any point in that process, you're saying there's going to be something there for them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Because I truly believe, when you're dealing with money and finances, it's a journey.
Absolutely.
A journey, right? Yeah. But also, it oftentimes comes in seasons, right? Life hits us, economy shifts, landlord decides they want to sell, and now we got to figure out where we're going to live, and just stuff happens. And the question is, well, who's in your circle that's going to help you during those situations? Right. So, that's why I wanted to do this all-day event, because I want people to know there is a flow. Yes, there is a journey, but most importantly, how we should be tackling these life situations when it comes to money and credit. Yeah.
And it's so important. And I know that's not, we want to stay on the event for this episode, but it's so important to, and we've talked about this, where when those situations pop up, right? When something does happen, when life does hit you, I think everybody has someone they can call who will join the pity party with them.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Everyone also has someone, well, I won't say everyone. You should also have someone that you can call who will say, I don't know what to tell you, stop crying and get up. Like, let's go do something, right? Like, you need both of those people. You need both those people.
Yeah.
What people don't have is someone who can say, I'm actually not emotionally tied to this situation at all.
Yeah.
I can give you very sound financial advice to get you through it. Mm-hmm. And then you can call one of those two people to deal with the emotional part, know, but like you don't want the pity party person being like, yeah, don't worry about it, girl. Let's just buy a ticket to the Bahamas. You're like, no. You shouldn't be doing that, right?
Right.
And then you got
it's not that time.
Right. But you don't want the other person who's like,
Frito?
Nobody cares. Don't pay them anymore. And you're like, no, that's not an answer either.
Exactly.
Like, so who's giving you the sound financial advice without the emotions tied to it?
Absolutely.
So I think that's talking about kind of what you're going to talk about at the event. I think it's important for people to be able to hear that content.
Yeah.
When I won't say they're not going through something, because someone there might be, but when they're not listening from an emotional space, hopefully they're listening from an educational space.
Yes.
So they have it when they need it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
And it's our first one, right? Yep. And it's our first one. And, and for those who haven't followed me on my social media, there was a post that I had, made the other day about, I was praying to God because, I don't know, like people think like, oh, he was throwing this thing, like thousands of people are going to come. And then we really do it. And it's like, okay, y'all, like, why are you waiting till the last minute to buy a ticket? Right. You're giving your girl anxiety.
Right.
But like, for real, I'm like, I came in with the excitement and the intention of, we're going to sell out every seat. People are going to be on a waiting list. Like, people are going to be mad that they didn't show up. I mean, they're going to be mad that they didn't show up. Right. But then I just heard God say, you know what? Whoever's meant to be in the room is meant to be in the room. Mm-hmm. Whether it's 5 people, whether it's 50, 100, 80 billion, whoever is meant to be in that room is meant to be in that room. And I'm always coming from a space of, I'm bringing it 120. Yeah. Whether it's one person or 1,000 people, you're going to get the same me. Then we started adding to the lineup. Mm-hmm. And that really caused excitement and the reason we added to the lineup was, again, people were in my DMs. It's like, oh, like, great, definitely going, because of what you're teaching and what you're bringing to the table. But by the way, like, are you also going to talk about this?
Is there going to be something about this?
Is there going to be something about this? Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, people.
So what's one of the thises that's going to be there? What's one of the added?
So we're bringing in David Garcia, who is, has been rocking with us inside the Lions Club for the past 2, now going 3 years, helping people really understand how to protect their families, how to protect their hard work, how to protect future generations to come. So talking about retirement, life insurance, different policies that are out there that we know they're there, but we don't really know, do they work for us? Yeah. Or I don't know if I can afford that. Yeah. Oh, we hear insurance and it's like, oh man. And here, like, let's get real. Like, we will pay for auto insurance. Well, that's like California given. We don't have a choice.
Yeah. But you're right. Auto, medical.
But what about insurance on our cell phones? Like, we are more open and freely to have no problem paying for insurance on our electronics, but nobody's insuring. They're not insuring themselves.
Well, and so here's the other thing I would say to that, because I won't pay for a cell phone insurance. I think it's dumb.
I don't either. American Express does. Thank you, American Express
right.
Platinum.
Well, that's right.
American Express Platinum.
I changed my bill over.
Yes.
Every time I do it, I'm like, why am I paying? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
My credit coach said it covers my phone.
That's right.
But what I would say to that is, even if you do, even if you are one of the people that covers your phone or, whatever random stuff that people insure, the interesting thing is, and I'm sure this will rub some people the wrong way, but the excuse that I think has gone throughout time in a lot of communities about not talking about it, like, I don't want to talk about insurance, like, that's death. I don't want to talk about death, right? It's also very selfish. And I'm, we've already established I'm the mean one of the two, so I'll say it. Like, it's selfish. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've done it. I've been there. I've said the same things.
Yeah.
But you break your cell phone, you don't have a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else still has a phone.
That's
right?
Yeah.
You wreck your car, you don't have a car. Maybe the person you hit, but you don't have a car.
Right.
Your family still has their car or whatever they're using, right? You die without insurance, or you get injured without some type of gap type rider coverage in there.
Yes.
Everyone around you is affected by that.
Yes.
Everyone.
So true.
Right? Everyone is trying to figure out how to take care of you, or where to put you, or how to get you a nurse, or where to bury you, or whatever the, the severity of the situation is. But it's a very selfish way to look at it, I think, number one. And I'm not saying people are doing it to be selfish. I think they need to hear how self-absorbed that thought process is.
Absolutely.
And then number two, I will say from personal experience, just for people to think about, it's very uncomfortable in the process.
Yeah.
It's very comforting after the process.
That part.
Right? So when I sat down to do an insurance policy, to divide it up between my kids and think about how much money they're going to get, I was like, I'm going to die. Like, this is for when I die, right? Yeah. And at the time, it was kind of uncomfortable. Like, I'm leaving y'all money, but that means I got to check out, and I'm not really ready for all that.
Yeah.
But now, I've had the policy for a couple of years now, and it's just it's there, and I have it, and I pay for it or whatever. Yeah. Now, I don't sit around and go, "Oh, I'm gonna die," because I'm going to anyway. Like, that's a given. Yeah. Instead, what I do is I say, "Well, I know my kids at least have this."
Yes.
Like, and that is a comfort.
Absolutely.
Of taking that uncomfortable moment. Yep. To provide a level of comfort, not only for myself, but for them, that they don't even really know. No. They know they got something. Yeah. They don't know what it is, right? Yeah. But anyway, so I think that's very important. I think what David will bring is truly significant. And I would just tell people, it may make you uncomfortable for a minute. Yeah. But you need that, because I promise you, the level of discomfort you feel when trying to decide, what policy to get, how much you want to get, whether I'm going to sign this, I have to die for this to work, all that kind of stuff will pale in comparison to the discomfort you will cause by your family trying to figure out how to bury you or how to take care of you.
Absolutely.
Or fighting over who gets the only $5 you left in your drawer. Like, just don't do that. Don't do that to people that you love. Right. Find a way. It doesn't have to be expensive. There are all different kinds, and I know he'll talk about that. Yes. But just find something that'll help your family.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Sorry, I vered off subject. But that's a really big thing.
It is so important, but like, for reals.
Because we come from community. I mean, let's be honest. Let's not BS. We come from communities where people won't have that conversation, but then they'll do car washes to bury you. And fish fries and whatever. And like, I'm not disrespecting anybody. You got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
But could an uncomfortable conversation earlier prevented from having to do that is really what I'm trying to say.
And the thing is that you don't know what you don't know, but people assume life insurance policy that's going to cost me a couple $100. You can get policies for like $25.
I'm about to say for $19, $20 a month.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's something.
It might just be enough to bury you, but at least it's that.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Because And it's getting those uncomfortable conversations going now to plan ahead so that when you're no longer here, your children, your family, in essence, isn't carrying the burden.
Absolutely.
Like, let's be real. Like, when someone passes, when my dad passed, like, thank goodness he was in position and had stuff in order. It wasn't the best, but it was still something. Yeah. I was able to plan his funeral with ease. Yep. I wasn't stressed out. How are we going to bury him? What kind of casket? Car wash? Like, all of that is stress.
Absolutely.
But when your finances are together, it alleviates that, giving you opportunity to mourn. Yeah. And that's what's important. Yeah. Because if you don't leave something for your family to take care of you and some, they're going to not only be stressed, they're never going to be able to mourn and grieve the way that they should have. And that can go months,
absolutely,
years of trauma.
Absolutely.
And people don't realize
and it's not
that.
And you know, the credit coach won't agree with the statement I'm about to make. But I don't even like, so you just said if your finances are in order, then I'm going to say I don't actually care if your finances are in order. Your finances could be trash. Yeah. Find $22 and get something. Because honestly, if your finances are trash, it's even more important because that probably means you don't have anything to leave them except bills.
Like, so true.
And I'm not, again, this is not judgment. It just is what it is. And so if you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, as soon as I get my money right, I'm going to get a policy. No, absolutely not.
No.
Get a policy first, then start working on getting your money right.
Yes.
Because one, you're assuming you have time that you've not been guaranteed. So, I mean, I don't know what money right looks like for everybody. Right. And it looks like something different for everyone.
Yes.
And life will change and a job will go and this will go. But I'll tell you this, if I've got a $19 policy and I lose everything, if I can just mentally be like, as long as I make $19 to make sure my kids got some money if I die tomorrow, I'm going to start there.
Yep.
Between that and gas,
yep,
I'll figure the rest out, right? So,
yes. So anyway, before we leave this topic, I want to let the audience in on this because this is key.
Yep.
You just said, let me get my money right before I do that. There's certain insurance policies where while you think I'm getting my money right, let's just say something happens. You get an accident, you can't go to work.
It'll wipe you out.
That'll wipe you out.
Absolutely.
But if you got that policy with that rider that allows you, because of an injury that puts you out of work, you can cash in that policy now.
Yep.
Imagine what that money can do for you and your family. Yep. So y'all need to be at the conference.
No, that's a good one. I didn't mean to go down that thing, but I know how important that is, and I know how important it is, especially in like minority communities. Absolutely. Because, we're not the only ones, but those are the ones that I see doing car washes and trying to figure out how to bury their family and arguing over money and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no,
obviously that's who I see because that's who I'm close to, but it's a thing and it's a real thing. And so I think that's great that he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Who else? Want to give us one more?
Absolutely.
What else you got?
So we got Bo Belmont, who also has been rocking with my community and, teaching everybody how.
I can't wait till everybody sees the two of them because so I'm going to tell you guys, if you're going to the event, I'm just going to tell you this now.
Yep.
Bo is like, I don't even know if you're allowed to say, I don't know what the word is for little people anymore, but Bo's like waist high. David,
you're
giant.
Crazy.
David, you're going to think he's standing on a ladder. So when you see them, that's how you identify them, all right?
He's so crazy.
And just tell them I told you so. All right, go ahead. My bad. So Bo, what's Bo going to talk about?
Investing in real estate.
Nice.
Investing in real estate. And I just remember when I first invested in real estate, before I even thought about investing in real estate, I thought to myself, there's no way. There's no way. I don't have that kind of money.
I don't have hundreds of thousands.
I don't have hundreds, especially in California. You're average.
Right.
What? And then you got to pay how much to fix it up?
Right.
No way. And then I got exposed to him and he was like, you can invest in real estate with fractional investing. I'm like, fractional investing? What the heck is that? Teach me.
Fractional investing? I mean, everything is broken? What's fractional?
Like, wait, what? Like little pieces, like Legos? Like, what are we doing?
I could buy one room? What am I doing? I don't understand.
Again, it's getting in the right rooms with the right people to get the information that you didn't even know existed.
Right.
And not only does it exist, it's been a thing
that everybody else has been doing.
Yeah. And you're like, where have I been? Under a rock? Yep. Yeah, we are bringing him. He's definitely going to obviously talk about, his journey in the real estate industry. Comes from a mortgage lending background. Okay. The crash hit 2008 and 2012. And then he was like, okay, we shifting. Yeah. And that right there, like, guys, when the market changes and economy starts to shift, we got to have the information so that we know how to shift with it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
So that we're not losing or hurting.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to ask you. Is he going to, I mean, I don't know how much detail he'll get into, but is he going to talk to people? One of the things I think about real estate is that when everything is good and everything is easy, it makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
When money starts getting tight and the economy changes and interest rates go up, then like nobody's really talking about investing except it's the rich people.
It's scared. Right. It's the fear.
So
it's
the talk about how that
absolutely
good, how that's different, how it's still possible, even if it's different, but it's still necessary and available.
Again, absolutely having the uncomfortable conversations. Yep. But talking about it so that we're educated, so that we're not operating in fear.
Absolutely.
Because that's what's happening in the world. Oh my God, interest rates are 6%. They're high. Don't buy because your payment's going to be nuts. Do you think these real estate investors aren't buying?
Right.
They're like, oh, rates are up. We can negotiate down the prices of real estate and now we can buy more.
Yep.
Instead of being in a hot market and now we're like on waiting lists and bidding wars and competing. Yeah. No. Yeah. So yeah, he's definitely going to be talking about that and really just the importance behind why we need to include real estate as one of our investment portfolios.
Absolutely.
Like for reals.
I love it.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a little bit of get your money right.
Yes.
We're going to have a little bit of what to do when you get your money right.
Yes.
A little bit of ways to invest said right money.
Yes.
And then ways to secure.
Yes.
You said journey, the financial journey. That's the journey, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like it.
And yeah, so guys, if there's still tickets available, secure your seat at the I know VIP sold out.
Will there be refreshments?
Yes, there's going to be snacks and refreshments.
You don't get a waistline like this without knowing about refreshments. Just want to make sure that's a very important.
It's man, the people I have to say, because obviously like I know who's registering.
Yeah.
The people that are going to be in that room, man, I know each and every single one of them.
Very nice.
And that's what it's about. It's about getting in the room with the right people. We're talking entrepreneur mindsets. We're talking all walks of life, all ages, all demographics, but most importantly, one common goal, and it's to get the finances right.
Well, and I think the thing for people to know who don't know you, and most people who listen to this, I would imagine, have come to know you, but one, if there's anybody in the room that you don't know, you're going to find a way to get to know them.
Yes.
That much about you, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And two, I think, what's of importance, and I think that's kind of what you were hitting on, is not only is it important for you to know them, but it'll be super important for them to know each other.
Absolutely.
And to really see
community
and who's doing what and how. The greatest thing about the Lions is like when they get in a room together.
Ooh,
Well, but you yes.
You
definitely know when they're together. But what's funny is you don't know, like, I won't say her name because we didn't ask to say her name, but there's one in particular who I think about, just little, super quiet, doesn't say much, but then you start talking to her and she's like, yeah, I'm working on my third property, just trying to see how that goes.
Super nonchalant.
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah. You know who I'm talking about? And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like,
wait a minute.
Like, it's just, I don't think people understand, like, the people in that room, like, do not judge a book by its cover. Talk to everybody, meet everybody. You will be surprised and blown away at the moves that people are making in that space that you would have never imagined, right?
Yeah.
So, I think it'll be good. It's
going to be amazing.
So where can they go online to see if there's still tickets left?
Absolutely. Website, www.fftour, EmpowerYouFinancial2023.com.
Got it.
And use code EVA.
So if they're a listener to the podcast, or they follow your social, they can use EVA and get their ticket for half off, right?
Half off.
EVA.
You got it.
Not EVIL. I was clarifying in case they heard wrong. You never know.
You the evil one, not me.
Well, that's why I was clarifying. It was your code, not mine. That's what I was trying to say. So, no, www.fftour, TOUR, 2023.com.
You got it.
Very nice. Very nice. I think that's it. Like I said, I didn't want this to be long. I really just wanted to highlight the event and just kind of let people know it was coming. We don't even need to talk about another topic because Lord knows I know you're planning topics for this Saturday, and I don't want you to spill none of the good stuff yet.
Right.
But next week, we'll at least start off and talk about how you think the event went.
Oh, yes.
Right? Like why you think it was important, the impact you think it had, and then we'll get into whatever our topic is for there. So
definitely.
Anything else you want everybody to know?
Get your ticket. Get in the room. Surround yourself with people that have more information, have knowledge, have connections, because man, they can take you to places that you're probably dreaming of.
And more information is, sorry, I know you're supposed to have the last point, so I'm gonna give it back to you. But more. So I deal with this a lot when I talk to people in real life, right? More information is not a singular thing or category,
right?
Right. So I think what happens is what people don't understand, or I won't say they don't understand, but what they don't think about all the time is when you say get in the room with someone who has more information than you, and you go, I know everything there is to know about investing. Fine. Do you know everything there is to know about rewards points?
Right.
No. Do you know? Well, I know all about points. I have an 800 score. I'm great. It's amazing. Cool. Do you know how many different types of life insurance policies you can have? Mm-hmm. Probably not, right? Like, so more doesn't have to be in your lane.
Right.
Right? More can be this peripheral stuff on the side.
That you're not even thinking about.
That you're not thinking about,
no.
But could have a direct influence on the success of your lane.
Yeah.
Right? Think about how many chefs really know cooking, may not know business, or may not know how to be a restaurateur, may not know how to package their sauce and bottle it and ship it. Like, more doesn't mean your lane. More literally just means more, other, different, something else that could directly impact you in a positive way to take you even further than you thought you would go.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and that's why I'm always hashtagging, always be a student.
Yeah.
Always be a student. Put yourselves in rooms that I'm in places that I'm sure people would be like, what is she doing there?
Yeah.
Because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what you're going to learn.
I'm those people.
You're never going to, like, golden nuggets. If all you did was go to an event and pick up one golden nugget, that could possibly transform the rest of your life in a good way. Yep. You'd be like, I am so glad I went. Yeah. And that's really what it's all about. It's about being that student and always being open-minded and receptive to learning, because you never know how powerful that nugget can be that's going to take it to the next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a perfect way to end it.
Yes.
All right. Well, good luck. Good luck at the event this weekend.
Yes.
I know it's going to be amazing. You don't need luck, but to everybody who's going to be there, I know you will enjoy it. To anyone who's not going to be there, that's your fault. It's not ours, because we just told you how to get there. So don't come back next week like I didn't know. But yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Good?
We'll see you on the next one.
See y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take a look at what you see, what I become. It ain't hard to tell. Young legend, I'm an icon.